Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Whether you've been a fan since the 90s or you're just starting your journey today, there's no denying that Pokemon has captured the hearts of millions around the globe. From the iconic video games and trading cards to the TV shows and movies, it's a franchise that's more than just a game, it's a global phenomenon. But with every good video game series comes its theories and mysteries, and that's where I come in. Here on the worst channel on YouTube. Wait, we hit 500 subscribers. What? 500 of y'all? Alright, wow. I mean, I guess we upgraded from the worst channel on YouTube to the most okay channel on YouTube. I appreciate that. But anyway, let's keep it moving. I'm here to bring these lost and hidden Pokemon secrets to light. So grab your Pokeballs because you're gonna need them as we discover the truth behind these Pokemon theories, facts, and mysteries that the world never knew about until now. The truth about Lavender Town. Lavender Town is famous in the Pokemon community for its creepy and eerie vibes. But one thing that makes Lavender Town stand out from every other Pokemon game is the music. The high-pitched and unsettling music from Lavender Town does have a huge difference than the rest of the upbeat music throughout the series. To make this place even creepier, it is home to a giant Pokemon graveyard. Apparently Pokemon can die, so that's cool. But despite all that, the big reason why Lavender Town is so feared throughout the Pokemon fandom is because of something called the Lavender Town Syndrome. Apparently in Japan, when Pokemon Red and Blue were released, kids who listened to Lavender Town's music supposedly... So today I will be debunking this theory. First, I will be listening to the entire Lavender Town song with headphones on. I do not recommend trying this at home for your own safety. I am a trained professional when it comes to things like this. Ladies and gentlemen, here it goes. Yeah, I feel fine. I don't know how this could... Garchomp's secret. Garchomp is the only Ice-type Pokemon who never learns any Ice-type moves. Some may say this is because Garchomp is not an Ice-type Pokemon. But I know the truth. And I'm on to you, Garchomp. Why is Red at the top of Mount Silver? Red would just be chilling on top of a mountain waiting for someone to pull up on him. Red wouldn't even talk. He was all about action. Red would drop one of the coldest dialogues ever known in the Pokemon series without even saying a word. He would let his level 80 Pikachu do the talking. This dude was so cold that you could only fight him after defeating every gym leader and defeating the Elite Four. Red would show up just to humble you to show you who a real Pokemon gym leader is. I have no idea what this dude's problem was, but if you ever had the unfortunate luck of running into him while you were on Mount Silver, you were in for the world's fastest whooping in Pokemon history. There's a lot of theories and speculation regarding why Red is on top of Mount Silver. According to Pokemon's Red and Blue Strategy Guidebook, the reason why Red is on top of Mount Silver is because he is hiding from Officer Jenny, similar to how your dad went to go get milk and never came back in 2012. Red also did something similar, except he told his ex-baby mama that he was going to make a quick stop at the Pokemart. And this is where things get bad. Red got caught lacking at the Pokemart by his op, Gary Oak. And just so I don't get demonetized, let's just say Red is the reason why Gary's missing Raticate theory exists. Ever since this incident happened, Red had warrants out for his arrest. Red has been living on the top of Mount Silver ever since until you found out where his hiding spot was. And after defeating him, he knows he's no longer safe at this new spot on top of Mount Silver. It's unknown where Red is hiding now, since he has not been seen since 1999. But I think I know. Secret messages in Pokemon. Did you know Ekans spelled backwards is snake? What? Arbok spelled backwards is cobra. How? So if this is the case, then Muck spelled backwards is... Well, let's just thank Arceus his shiny form isn't white. Am I right? Please don't unsubscribe. Hey You Pikachu's bad ending. In the Nintendo 64 game, Hey You Pikachu, you were able to talk to Pikachu through a microphone. Pikachu is your best friend throughout the entire game. That is until Professor Oak decides to tell you to abandon your Pikachu in the middle of the woods for some reason. Actually, can we just take a moment to talk about this part of the game? You literally just ditch your only friend in the middle of the woods, like Pikachu doesn't even want to leave you. But the voices are telling you to leave Pikachu in the woods. You get home and you get PTSD flashbacks of Pikachu. I mean, Pikachu does come back in the end, but this whole part was very bizarre. Anyway, that was the supposed good ending. If you get the bad ending, that is when you piss off Pikachu so much with your questions that Pikachu finally snaps, ending the game early and bricking your game cartridge forever. Pikachu, what are your thoughts about the affordable housing crisis? Pikachu, what are your thoughts about the allegations against Ash Ketchum? Pikachu, is it true that you can only say your name? Pikachu, why does your shiny version suck? Pikachu, why are you... The Untangled Tangela. It looks like this. The history of shiny Pokemon. Shinies are extremely rare to get. Some are worth the wait, some not so much. If I'm going to spend 47 hours of my life trying to find a different colored Pokemon than what it should be, then I want it to look pretty cool. Some shinies are worth finding. I mean, just look at some of these. Ponyta's Fire turns blue, Charizard completely changed colors, Magikarp is a goldfish, and Mousehold's family found a new stepdaddy. However, some shinies are just so unoriginal and bad, it's clear that there is absolutely no thought put into them. For example, Pikachu Shiny's version is literally just Pikachu. Gengar's shiny version, once again, is literally just himself. Zapdos shiny version is, well, you guessed it, a realistic turkey. The list goes on. It turns out that there's actually a reason behind these pathetic shiny versions. Shiny Pokemon first became a thing during the development of Pokemon Gold and Silver. This was because Game Freak unknowingly hired a colorblind man to design the shiny type Pokemon after the original developer, who was in charge of designing the shiny Pokemon, left midway through development. Before Game Freak caught on to this disaster, it was too late to go back and fix it due to the deadlines, leaving Game Freak and Nintendo no choice but to literally just copy and paste the same Pokemon and call these poor pathetic excuses of Pokemon as shiny, thinking no one would catch on. Another crazy fact that not a lot of people know about is that Gyarados' shiny version actually is not his shiny version. You see, this red version of Gyarados is actually just a normal version of Gyarados that forgot to apply sunscreen, leaving him with bad first-degree burns. Due to Gyarados not having any arms, it is very difficult for him to apply sunscreen on himself, which leads to him getting very bad sunburn. Game Freak's original name. Game Freak, the developer of Pokemon, was founded in 1989. However, what most people don't know is that Game Freak was actually founded in 1987. Game Freak had to make an entire rebrand of their company in 1987 due to Nintendo's strict no fun policies. Nintendo was notorious for shutting down local Smash Bros. Event, Pokemon tournaments, fan-made games, and even children's birthday parties. I'm not lying either. On my 11th birthday, I wanted a Pokemon cake and they said they couldn't do it because they would get sued. Game Freak was no exception to the no fun policy either. During Game Freak's major rebrand, they had to change their company's name entirely. Game Freak's original name was Game Freaky. Game Freaky was responsible for creating the scrapped Freaky type Pokemon. Most of the Freaky type Pokemon were scrapped, but some of them managed to make the final cut. These Pokemon's names were Freaky Chew, Salk, Lickitung, Licky Licky, Mr. Freak, Machoke-Me, and Cricketune. Regigigas' full name. When Nintendo created Regigigas, they had a different name in mind. Regigigas' full name is actually It was shortened due to there being 27 G's in their name, which made it too confusing to keep track of. Inkay's evolution. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the only way to evolve Inkay is by putting your Switch into handheld mode and literally flipping your Switch upside down. But did you know, if you break your Switch in half, this actually does nothing. Instead of having an evolved Inkay, you actually now have a broken Switch because you literally broke it in half. And it's now time for...
Who's that Pokemon?
This Pokemon is named Lechonk. That's it. It's just Lechonk. Thank you. That's all the time we have for today. Did you learn something new? Do you have a Pokemon fact the world isn't ready to know about yet? Will Jamal ever send me my $5 I loaned him back in 2020? Let me know down in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, then of course don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, as we're on the journey to 500 million subscribers. Mr. Beast better watch his back because we're coming for the top spot on YouTube. Until then, I love you guys. Not like that, though. Listen, okay, I just feel like we're moving this relationship a little too fast, okay? I'm sorry, thanks for watching.